Hey guys, and welcome back for another week of the Not to Get Political podcast. I'm Brandozer, I'm Brandozer, the host. The host, joined by
Hostess with the mostest.
the hoistess with the hoist.
Moistest?
Moistest?
Ugh.
Terrible
No
start to this
drinking on screen,
podcast.
please, Keith.
I haven't even gone through introductions and we've already gone to chaos. So yeah, joined this week again by KiwiLucas. And a new guest this week. Hello, Keith.
Hello.
Or
Thanks for having me.
Dabomb about to blow.
Yeah.
Where is he on my screen?
He's under you.
Down there?
Yeah, he's underneath. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't
Oh,
you can't play the "This is my podcast" card either. It's your first week.
That's your podcast.
oh man, there goes all my content and talking points. I'll see you next time then.
So yeah, no, welcome aboard. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, civil engineer by trade, but gamer and streamer by night. I've got a YouTube channel with Lucas, whichever one. And like another one of our mates. Yeah, I'm sure you've probably already shared the link or something or mentioned it.
Yeah,
on
it's
one of your previous channels.
usually in the
Previous
description every
videos,
week.
sorry. Yeah.
So what's the channel mostly about?
Board games and video games. Although I think at the moment we've only got board game videos up, but we're working on a golf with friends video at the moment. So that's almost finished. Hopefully sometime later this week.
I was actually telling Lucas, and I'm not sure you even know this, but I was on Discord randomly and I saw you guys in Discord. So I was like, oh, I'll come in for a chat because I saw you all playing golf with friends. I don't know if you even know this, but I actually joined the Discord for a second to say g'day, and I say hello, and then you guys are talking about golf with friends. I'm like, okay, they're probably recording content, so I leave straight away. I'm not sure if you guys ever know this.
I
but-
don't
know
even
this.
know
I know
that.
this. Yeah.
Honestly, if you just joined and like farted like into your microphone and then just left, that would have just been the biggest like mind fart.
What I've learned is if you try and fart in Discord, the noise suppression catches it, so it's unfortunate. Yeah.
That's how they get you. The old can't fart in the microphone.
What's another funny noise that you could make?
You can tell a joke.
If it's a joke, Brandon.
Sure. So I went to the doctor's today, right? No, actually went to the doctor's today.
I knew it's gonna be.
But now you ruined the punchline. Anyway, I got my blood tests done. I got my results today, and they're all pretty healthy. Just go drop some weight is all I got to do. He also said stay away from red meat, and shellfish. And I was like, oh, okay, like what are some replacements? He goes, yeah, nice fish with healthy omega-3s and fats and some chickpeas. And I'm not really a fan of chickpea, but if she's hot, I'd give it a go.
Like,
Feel-
I don't know if we're meant to act as if it's the first time we're learning it, but yeah. I reckon it was better the second time around.
I don't think it was good either time.
Oh, we didn't
I
say
never
it
said it
was
was
good
good.
either time.
Yeah.
We just said it was
Oh,
bad.
right, okay, I'll take it. Keith, did you mention you were streaming as well?
Yeah, so, yeah, streamer, gamer. Yeah, oh, you already mentioned my name, so.
Podcaster.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
not-
we'll see how you go. Tell us, what was your favourite episode of
Triple
the...
threat.
What's your favourite episode of the podcast so far?
Probably the Marvel movie one. The MCU one. So,
Did you-
last week's one?
Did you agree with our tier list?
Absolutely not. I was going to mention that. You absolutely fucking butchered it.
Ooh,
Some of them I
ooh.
agree. Quite a few of them I agree with. Probably the majority of them I agree with, but there were some that were quite different and some that were just a tiny bit out for me.
Where did we
What's
go wrong?
your big outliners? Yeah, you big outliners.
Iron Man 1, S tier. Without a doubt. Probably like, it's not my favourite, but I'd say it's the best, like story-wise and character development. And then I agree that Infinity War is better than Endgame, so that's probably S tier, and then Endgame's A. I think that's
that's we did that.
Anyway.
I will be honest though. Looking back in this last week, it was a very hard decision to put Endgame in at just A tier. It's borderline S as well though.
Yeah, the only reason I don't put it S, I'll try and make this quick, is the cringy scenes in it.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows what they are, so we don't have to go into that.
To be fair, like we did the list twice, and the second time we did not go into it like anywhere near as much detail, and there was like, I think the only argument we had for Iron Man 1 not being higher was just because it was like movies after it had been better. Like if you're speaking at it like the first couple phases, then yes, it'd be easy to argue for S tier, but I think it was just kind of like, it just because we also didn't do it like the same way, like we didn't do it in phases, so there's definitely a few that like even we changed our minds from the first time we went through to the second time, so
that's why I was saying like it's not my favorite, like Infinity War is my favorite, which is why it's S, but I think like character development wise and like story wise, Iron Man is the best, which is why I rate it so high like all the time. But it's not my favorite. I definitely agree. Like compared to like Phase 1, fucking stand out by far.
Yeah.
But like compared to like the other phases, there's ones that are better than it. But
So Infinity War, you'd say, is definitely a favorite Avengers film.
Yeah.
Favorite non-Avengers Marvel film.
God, that's a hard one. It'd be.
Why is it not Ragnarok?
Yeah, well, that's.
You said Guardians of the Galaxy wrong there.
I was going to say it's either Ragnarok, Iron Man, or Guardians. A strong argument could be made for Winter Soldier as well. That's a very good one.
Very respectable choices, I'm sure.
They're probably my top 5 Marvel movies. So obviously I just said 4, but like Infinity War is number 1. So.
Is there anything we put in like the trash or the bottom tier that you don't agree?
Yeah, tell us why you love the Dark World so much.
Oh no, I was going to say I agree with the bin one. Yeah, so definitely Hulk and Dark World bin. Thor 1 a little bit better than Thor 2, so it's probably still a D, maybe C minus, but I'd probably leave it in the D, like where you guys put it. I think that's where you put it.
Yeah, it's the D.
Ant-Man, I think you had as a D, was it? Or was that C?
I think it was a C.
Ant-Man 2 was a D.
Yeah, I'd leave that as a D. I think Ant-Man 1 I'd probably put as a C. Yeah. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I remember we were tossing up with that one. Because I don't think... You don't remember it, did you, Brandon?
Oh, I remember the movie. I just don't think it was a memorable movie. Like, I don't think it was great.
Yeah. That's my only reason that it's not higher is that the villain in it just like forgettable. Same with Ant-Man 2. Like, it's just for some reason the villains in those two have just been like.
I still haven't seen Ant-Man 2.
Not missing much, to be honest.
I wanted to. I just haven't yet.
I'm actually surprised that you haven't seen it.
It's the only Marvel movie, that and Black Widow, but I'm not paying $30 to watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's not on premium anymore.
Is it freebie or is it just not there?
No, it's just not on there. It's going free soon, so they've taken it off.
Yeah.
I wonder what's happening with Scarlett Johansson's lawsuit, because I haven't really followed that.
Pretty sure she's like entitled to a fair bit, eh?
Yeah, I mean it's in a contract. They said that they wouldn't release it at the same time. Like,
do you think that's like a good move on the way out? It's like, okay, my character's dead. This is my last movie. I may as well get more money out of it. Or do you think it's just like she was like, fair enough. It's in the contract. It's is what it is.
Fuck Disney. Yeah, it's in the fucking contract. Fucking pay her.
Yeah, I just don't think they'll ever hire her again though.
Disney's buying everything soon, so she won't be able to get a job.
Yeah. I mean, she never has to work again.
Yeah, fair.
She was supposed to get what, like 50 million for that one movie or something. That one average movie.
I haven't seen it.
Fair enough.
You're not missing much. Honestly, I think it harmed her character more than anything.
Yeah.
Like, they tied it off like so well, like sacrificing herself, like not only for like everyone, but like so Clint could be like with his family, and like it just brought like such a good end like to her character and like the whole story and everything. And then they just went and did this, and just like ruined it. Like there was no need for it. But like it introduced a couple of new characters, and Yelena, like her sister in the movie, was like really good, and I'm keen to see like more of her. But I just think it should have been done either after Civil War, like when it's actually like in the timeline, it's like after Civil War, so it should have been done then, or not at all.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid going back.
In saying that, I would not be mad at like Marvel and that sort of thing if they do kind of come and chuck in some movies that tie in and explain sort of stuff. Like I know most of it's wrapped up and most of it ties in, but like I don't think they have to keep going like chronologically. You know what I mean? Like they could chuck in a couple. As you said, it's very different with Black Widow because it kind of harms her character in that like this was the big like this was meant to be where she sacrificed herself and she was gone forever, and then next thing you know they bring out her soul and it's like
Captain Marvel it worked for. I'm not saying it's good here. It's pretty probably C tier. I think that's what you guys would as well. But yeah, like they did that well. Like time-wise, like because obviously it's set in the 90s, and what we're in 2021 now, or actually no, 2026 in the MCU because.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
After the blip, is it the blip?
The blip. But I think that happens in 20. I think that happened in 2019, so it's like 2024 or 2025. That's so weird with the timeline now.
Yeah. No, the decimation's by Smaug.
You mean of Smaug?
It's a desolation, isn't it?
No, it's a demonstration. The demonstration of Smaug.
Democratic Republic of Smaug.
Speaking of terrible segues, something that we haven't actually put on the list that I just kind of thought about when talking about this. Nintendo had a direct last week, and there's a Mario movie coming.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
Chris Pratt is playing Mario.
I know a lot of people are angry about it, but I feel like it just brings like outside eyes. Like everyone's like, "Oh, why isn't the actual Mario voice actor doing it?" It's like because it's a movie. He does like 3 or 4 lines in a game. Like I'm like
Yeah, Mamma Mia, like that's it.
But there will be people out there that will go to see the movie just because there's like Chris Pratt in it, just because there's Jack Black in it. Like, I totally understand people being like upset because they're not going with like the original voice casters and the voice actors or whatever. But like, I don't see it being horrible since it's animated. Like if it was live action.
Live action.
Yeah.
Honestly, that didn't even like cross my mind that like the actual voice actor isn't playing Mario.
There was people losing their minds over it.
I'm not upset, but I can understand, and I wouldn't care if the actual voice actor voiced the character.
He's in it.
Playing devil's advocate to your point though, Lucas, do you think Mario needs this mainstream attention, like the figurehead of Nintendo in the year 2022, 21, whenever it's coming out?
Do you think casual fans are going to go watch the movie?
No.
Yeah.
But I don't think...
No, I'm not.
is Chris Pratt gonna drive them there though? I suppose it worked for the Lego Movie.
It worked for Jurassic World. Apparently, he brought in a lot of fans other than like the just Jurassic Park fans.
Oh fuck! I think he made them leave too.
Oh no, the bad movie made them leave.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, apparently the Mario voice actor is gonna cameo in it as some.
Even if it takes it out of the movie and he just does all the like yahoos and wahoos and mamma mias, I think that would be great. I think that's what he needs to come in and do.
You know what I think the best casting part for it is?
I got the list up as well, so we'll go through it in a minute, but go on.
Seth Rogen as Donkey
Nope.
Kong.
I hate it so much.
That is brilliant. I just see like Donkey Kong as a stoner monkey man. Oh, girl.
Just ripping bongs and going, hey Diddy.
It would be a banana though. No, like honestly, I could see them just saying like I'm saying, and he's just hitting it on.
A huge like bamboo shoot for a bloody bong or something, wouldn't he?
Who else do we have? So Anya Taylor-Joy is Princess Peach.
Yes, but apparently she's got quite a few voice acting credits.
Jack Black is Bowser.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Keegan Michael Key is Toad.
I reckon that will be hilarious. I could not picture it at all.
I can't picture any of these. I left my favourite casting till last. Charlie Day is Luigi.
Yeah, I thought you liked that.
I hate it, but I want to see it so badly.
Does his voice irritate the shit out of anyone else, or is it just me?
You're talking to a guy that loves like
Have
the
you
show that he's in.
have you seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Go watch that show, and then tell me why he shouldn't play Luigi.
Is it just because he's got a really like whiny voice?
No, it's so like crude and over the top and funny. And I know that's not the person, that's a character in the TV show. But I just can't picture that guy playing Luigi in a Mario movie. Like,
Oh, what's it great?
oh, because it's going to be a train wreck. This whole thing looks fucking awful. And I will say these words, waiting for this movie to come out when it's a really good movie. I will eat them, but for now I can say it'll be a horrible fucking movie.
Not only will you eat your words, you will eat a chili as well.
A chili.
If the movie does well,
You have wagered a chili already? This is your first podcast and you have wagered a chili?
I'm not making a wager.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just saying.
okay.
It has to be a wager. It has to be a wager. The chili wager. Go
So
on,
if the
Lucas.
movie, we're gonna go from like a Rotten Tomatoes score, right?
I was gonna say.
So, what are we saying?
Or
Like,
audience?
what
Critic or audience?
audience?
What about box office? Although it's going to be streamed, then you won't really know.
Nah, because box office, it's gonna be a big box office hit. Like, I can't see it not.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I think what you call it, audience review. What are we thinking? Like,
What do you say
Above.
is a good movie?
I think
I reckon
like-
above 70.
I was gonna say above an 80, but I get that's
Yeah,
pretty
I was
high.
gonna say 80 as well, but I didn't want to. In case you guys went, oh no, he's saying that because he thinks he's gonna lose.
Yeah, so you're only saying that because you think you're gonna lose.
So
No, I think 80, like 80% and higher is a good movie because obviously like
but
50 is
what do you
average,
think it's gonna get? What do you think it's gonna get?
Well, sub 80.
56%.
See, I reckon 70 is a good point. So like above 70, Brandon has to eat a chili. Below 70, Keith has to eat a chili.
I'll pay that wager.
Yeah, shake on it. Oh, you
Feel
get
like
like,
you're-
Oh, yeah,
you get like wanked off then by one of us. Lucas.
Get out of the way of that.
You know what-
I don't know who's where. So.
You know I am undefeated in the chili eating contest, right?
We'll
Oh.
get to that later because I'm not eating a chili like mid podcast.
I was actually gonna say I think the funniest thing would be a chili pre or at the start of the podcast and try to do the whole thing with the chili. But I feel like that whole episode would be written off.
If I lose and I'm on it again, I mean, obviously I have to eat it. I will eat it at the start.
Admirable.
I'll be
Respectable.
fine with capsicum. I can even prove one of fresh red chilies. You probably won't be able to read it, but it says it.
They're big boys too.
You have to eat the
Pretty
whole
big.
thing, or is it just a mouthful?
I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
I feel like you're gonna eat it and be like,
I
all right,
took the
that's
big
it.
one.
Oh,
What we'll do, like, we'll finish like all the notes before it, and then we'll be like, all right, let's talk about UFC 266. I'll eat it first, and then
all right,
I'll
done.
have to talk about UFC 266 after I've eaten it.
Well, speaking of notes, every time it's a segue, I just love to giggle.
Segues are on point.
They're on crack, is what they're on.
Segway King, all right.
Well, segue us into Star Wars Visions.
Well, you've already made it.
So I know
So
you
I
said
could see a better segue if my vision was better. Star Wars Visions. How many episodes? You've watched it all, haven't you, Brandon?
I watched it all. Yeah.
Yeah. I am 6 episodes in,
I
I
am
think.
0 episodes.
I thought you said you
Oh.
watched some.
Nah, I haven't seen it yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll start with you, Keith. What's stopping you from watching it? Is it just time, or you're just not interested, or?
Oh no, I'm definitely interested. I love anime and love Star Wars, so it's a great mix for me. It's just I've just started Rebels recently, and
Oh, I'm so sorry.
to-
No, Rebels is good.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know. First season still, I think it's still trying to find its feet a bit. I'm like halfway through like 5 other shows as well, and I just don't want to get like started on another one and never finish those. Like it took me over a year to watch Clone Wars, and holy shit, that was a struggle sometimes, man. God, the last season is good.
A few of those episodes are very skippable too. In the earlier seasons, I mean.
Oh yeah, season 1 and 2 I think is skippable. To be honest.
That being said,
Season
the
3.
Mortis arc, those 3 or 4 episodes, is probably some of the best Star Wars I've ever enjoyed.
That's the last 4 episodes, yeah.
The Mortis arc, where they go to the planet, and it's the father, the son, and the daughter.
And they like basically tell Anakin he's going to be evil, but wipe his mind.
And I'm going to spoil it, the son kills the father, the daughter sacrifices herself to save the father, then he like vanishes to stop the son. It's the whole thing.
Remember that?
They go to the planet.
It's good. It's good.
Qui-Gon's in it for like 10 seconds.
It's the first episode with Qui-Gon, isn't it?
I think it's the only episode with Qui-Gon. Oh no, he appears again, I think.
Yeah, Yoda goes and trains at the end.
At Dagobah?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, to be fair also, it hasn't even been out for a week yet, so fully justified like why you haven't sat down to watch them yet. But some of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm definitely keen for it, and I mean, like you said, it's only been out a week, and I spent 9 hours of my Saturday building the Lego set, streaming. So
Show it off. Show it off.
So bear with me. It's on stand, and there's a lot of Lego around. The Guardians, and then there's all the figures at the front.
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know the figures were there.
Yeah. Oh, they're not supposed to be. I just modified the stand so I could put them on it.
He says modified. He just pulled a couple bricks off.
That's modified.
That is.
Wait,
Which means you didn't finish it.
You should know that.
I finished it and then pulled them off. Thank you very much.
You should know that. You watch that much Master Builders.
It's Lego Masters, mate. Put some respect on the name.
I got it close enough. Master Builder is from the movie. That's why I keep getting
Michael.
confused.
That's like the actual title of people that work for Lego is Master Builder.
Did you Oh, go on.
You go.
I was just gonna transition back into Star Wars, but if you got more Lego to talk about,
No, yeah, we'll go back to Star Wars.
I was just gonna say, what was your favorite episode so far?
Honestly, probably the first one or that last one I watched, which is the ninth Jedi one.
It's probably,
Which I thought was
yeah,
pretty cool.
that was really good too. I don't want to spoil it for both Keith and our viewers because they've only just come out, but some of the stories are really like samurai-esque in the way Star Wars was in the 70s as well. So it's really cool to like go back to that as well. And like some of these episodes you can really see the influence and some of the design choices and stuff like that too. So I'm a huge fan of that.
Yeah, I
Actually,
noticed that in the trailers.
Yeah. The wedding one was really cool too. I like that. Like it was.
Yeah.
I don't know, the just the whole aesthetic of it was pleasing to me. Like it was good art style.
Yeah, so just the stories they have were really awesome as well. The first episode really reminded me of like Ghost of Tsushima in a way, or those like really cool samurai films and video games as well. So yeah, I really liked them.
I'm really glad that you didn't say it reminded you of like Final Fantasy. Because, oh god. You and that game.
Did Lucas pay you? What is going on? What is happening?
Your viewers listen.
Since when?
You talk about it every week. To the point that you've limited yourself to one mention of it.
Yeah.
Brandon, what game did you buy this?
Did Brandon get to mention it once a week?
This is my Japanese anime game of the week.
What's the other one you were talking about with Jason?
Oh, I bought Final Fantasy 14 as well.
There it is.
Tell us about Tales of Arise.
Tell you about Japanese anime, the video game, because that's basically what it
I
is.
don't know anything about it.
So Tales is very similar, and this is the first game I've played, but from what I've been told, it's very, very similar to Final Fantasy, where each game's like a self-contained story. And I was like, cool, I've never heard of a Tales game before, so if it's a self-contained story, I'm going to jump on in and play it. And I tried streaming it. I bought a new computer, which I know I'm going way off topic already, but we'll get to that later. So I can stream games and do other good things as well. But no, I bought Tales of Arise because I intended to stream a new game. It looked fun. It is fun. I'm having so much fun playing it. You play a character called Iron Mask, and he's kind of forgotten his memories and doesn't know where he is. And there's this kind of civil war that's been going on for a few centuries. So you're kind of getting like the roots of this civil war and what's happened, and you're kind of thrown right in the deep end at the start of the game, and you got to like stop this civil war and take over the lords of this realm. So it's such a Japanese anime video game.
It sounds like every JRPG.
But
as soon as you said like the dementia sort of thing, I was just like, yeah, that's Japanese protagonist 101.
Yeah, fair enough. I feel like the amnesia really just nailed the coffin in there. What'd you say, Keith?
That's like amnesia, or they get hit by a truck.
Hey, that happens at the start of one of the skate games.
Yeah, Skate's your favourite anime, isn't it, Lucas?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd play that game like Skate 4 in a heartbeat. Give it to me.
What if it was a Japanese anime and you have to watch Skate 4?
I like if I like had a skate game in the style of an anime game, I'd probably play it. It just has to be good.
Sounds like we've got an idea here we need to pitch
I
somewhere.
reckon that wouldn't be too bad.
I don't that skate game.
Oh, that's right. Have you played that on Game Pass?
No, it's bad. Apparently, it's just a bad skate game. So no, I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah, fair enough. But no, Tales of Arise has been a lot of fun, and like sticking in the whole theme of anime this week, or for the last segment. Yeah, I don't know. I've never played a Tales game before. I didn't know what to expect, and even buying the video game, I literally went to the store and I was really, really hesitant buying the video game. The guy behind the counter said to me that he spent 50 hours in the game and he's loved it. And I was like, well, if random guy working at the game store loved it, I reckon I'd give it a good crack too. So I'm super excited I bought it. If you like anime and it's got pretty good fight mechanics. I reckon you check it out as well.
I might have to. I'm looking for another game to get into until Battlefield and Halo Infinite come out.
It's good, but you don't. Have you played many JRPGs?
Not a single one.
Fair enough.
Is it turn based or?
No, but it's got that combat system likeness to turn based, so it's not exactly free combat like you'd see in something like Skyrim. It's more like you encounter a battle and you've got your own little battle area, and instead of a turn based system, you do have your basic attacks and your heavier attacks and combos and things like that. But it's free flowing combat, so yeah, huge fan.
Okay. Oh look, I'd be looking forward to watch you stream it when you get your new PC and everything. So yeah, I did enjoy your Minesweeper stream, although I would like to see you play some better games.
That
The old PC was it? Play Minesweeper and stream, but anything.
pretty much. I don't know what's happened. It's Minesweeper and RuneScape, and anything that has like more than 18 pixels is just like no, thank you. But even trying to stream the PS5 using my my Elgato hooked into the PC and stuff, I don't know what's wrong. I'm just having so many issues with the speed of it. So yeah, annoying. So yeah.
Because your PC isn't too dissimilar to mine, and I do the same, like through the Xbox, the capture card.
It might just be a software issue, or I've messed up something along the way, which is not out of the realm of possibilities, but I did need a new computer upgrade anyway, so I said, alright, time to spend all that money I made at the mines.
So what did you go for?
So, I hate to disappoint everyone, but I'm buying a computer and I'm not building it. I got the storeman to build it. Sorry to rob everyone of that precious content of me struggling to build a PC, but I thought I'd let the professionals handle it.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I'd like to build my own PC again. Cable management doesn't make sense to me, and I hate it so much.
I'm glad that you cannot see my desk. It is a freaking mess with cable.
I'm actually really keen to just rip everything out of this room and just start again. But no, so the specs are, and I'll go over it when I buy it, when I bring it home and everything too, but it's got a Ryzen 7, doesn't have a new graphics card though. It has my old 1080 is going to go in it because I didn't buy a new graphics card yet. Fingers crossed they go down in price, but it's got a 1000 watt power supply to support a 3080 when I get one. What else has it got? 32 gigabytes of RAM at 3600 speed. A nice 4 terabyte hard drive so I can store all those videos that I haven't uploaded to YouTube yet. Yeah, and enough space to play any game I want to. So super stoked, super excited. Can't wait to show that one off, and can't wait to play some games and stream again. Not have to ask myself, can I stream this? How am I going to stream this? A few of those questions will I don't have to ask myself anymore. So super stoked.
Well, it's good knowing that you're not going to have drums.
Pretty much. If I could streamline this whole shenanigans and everything into a coercive and painless effort, that would be fantastic. But we'll get there one day and plug along the way. I know you
finally decided to go Ryzen.
Yeah, well, when the new chipset came out, the Ryzens, I was like, wow, these things are amazing. Couldn't get your hands on them, and they were very expensive. A year passed between then and now. I think it might be over a year now. And I've just been like, you know what? Let's get an i9. They're pretty good. They're similar to the Ryzen 7. And then it's just kind of all this information out there. And I think either one would have been fine. But the new Ryzen chips are really good for multitasking at the same time too. So I was like, well, if I'm going to lose like 8 frames per second, which isn't the biggest deal to me, and I can stream and play games at the same time and be okay with it, then that's, what I want.
Yeah, I'm kind of a Ryzen fanboy.
Yeah, those like 8 frames that you'd lose isn't from like 60 frames, so that's the thing. Like,
Oh.
PC, like you're already
Yeah.
running like 140 and you're losing 8 of that.
Yeah.
Whereas like
Yeah.
it's like 8 frames for a console player like me or Lucas is going to be detrimental.
To be fair though, it's not like you guys can lose frames in the hardware. Like that's the brilliant thing about a console, and that's why I still, I know there's this whole stigma about PC Master Race, but I've got a PS5 and I bought Tales of Arise on PS5. Like, I don't think there's a reason not to own a console as well. And, obviously
Yeah.
not everyone's got the luxury of affording one or finding one even for that matter, but I just think it's one of those things that you shouldn't shame someone for having.
Yeah. Like, I love the performance of like PCs. I just like having like a controller in my hand. I
Yeah.
much prefer that over mouse and keyboard. Yeah, I know you can just plug one in PC, but I just find the Xbox interface is so much easier and seamless. Like I've had countless troubles with Discord and stuff, and just the Xbox party chat on PC as well. Just works so well on the actual console. It's just so easy.
Yeah, because you guys have had the Xbox ecosystem for a while now, right? Keith, you've had the 360 as well, right?
Yeah, I'd like the original. So I've had the original Xbox, the 360, the One, and now the X or Series X.
Yeah. And you've had the original too, haven't you, Lucas?
Yeah, I've gone all the way through, and then I deviated. I have a PS4, but just don't play it. I bought a PS4. Yeah, talk to us about your PS4, Keith.
Well, the one that I had.
And Dishonored 2 for PS4.
Keith owned a PS4.
Yeah, I had the Xbox One, and then No Man's Sky got announced, and realised that was exclusive to PlayStation, and really liked the look of it and the concept of it because I love space and all that, and like open world games. So went and got myself a PlayStation, and No Man's Sky, played it for a week and never touched it again. Ended up selling it to my brother actually. Biggest waste of money ever, man. My God.
The funniest thing I'm thinking about too is I've actually had all the Xbox consoles as well, but I've also had all the Sony consoles, and I'm much more of a Sony fanboy just growing up. So, yeah, I don't know. If there was a variant out there of me that liked Xbox more, then he's out there somewhere.
Going to the availability of the new consoles, did you hear there was a massive punch on in the lines at Walmart in America because they had both the Series X and PS5 were available on the same day at one Walmart?
They're asking for trouble.
There was a line out the door and around the store, and there was apparently just people punching on.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. You could say that someone got shot, and it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, look, 2021 is definitely a year that people have revealed themselves a little bit. Just peeled back that curtain just a tiny bit, and out pokes something nasty, I guess, which is unfortunate. I think it's revealed a lot of good too. Just don't have any examples on the top of my head, so.
Yeah, there's so very few of them.
I mean,
Put in
the best thing to come from 2021 is obviously the reinvention of this podcast, isn't it?
You know what? I thought that was going to be a segue, but you went way more wholesome, and I appreciate it a lot.
No, I hadn't thought of any segues, so it's just kind of let's get some love in here, You know what else I love? The Witcher TV series.
Segways, apparently. But yeah, very good show.
Yeah. Season 2 drops on 17th of December, and they've just announced this week or last week that it's been renewed for a third season. So I'm really, really looking forward to season 2. Hopefully they keep up the momentum from season 1, and like I feel there was a lot they could have improved in season 1, like more fight scenes and that sort of thing. But
More monster hunting too, for sure.
yeah.
I find the whole like time difference
Yeah.
really weird as well. And I think they've said that they're going to drop that for season 2. I mean,
I hope so.
I think the main reason that they're going to drop it isn't because people didn't like it that much. It's because the characters have now met up.
Being established, yeah.
No need to do all that time difference now. So.
Yeah.
I think that...
Like yeah. Oh, you go.
You go.
No, like I think like the whole time difference served a point, and it was a good thing to try, but yeah, it just made stuff unnecessarily confusing at times.
Yeah.
And then like it was just like I feel like they wanted to do it for a big reveal where they could have just done it normally and still had a big reveal. So yeah. No, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I loved it.
I definitely loved it, and it's made me want to explore the Witcher universe more. I don't know if you guys saw the animated movie, but I thought that was pretty good. I thought Witcher Krillin, or Geralt Krillin, was really funny. That's a big spoiler. Have you not seen it?
No.
Alright, good. I won't say any more about that. But I think that took me away a little bit, just because it was really funny. But I think the rest of it was really good, and I want to play the games. I want to read the books. I almost bought the books on the weekend. I just forgot to go to Kmart. So it's definitely made me want to explore the universe a bit more too. So I'm definitely excited for season 2, and happy that there's a season 3 for it as well.
There was actually a book sale at my work last week, and apparently they had the Witcher books, and they went, and I was like, I didn't have any cash, so I wasn't going to buy anything, but, you know, apparently someone else is interested.
I read a book, to be honest. Honestly.
You know,
I think that was last
there's a book that I really enjoy to read.
Classic.
Every night I read the entire thing.
What's up, without reading it right now, what's on page 264?
That's the one that he actually talks about establishing the Tesla factories.
Classic. Elon story.
Yeah.
You know what Elon Musk played? Overwatch.
Did he actually?
Yeah, he was a massive fan of Overwatch.
Is he going to be a fan of Overwatch 2?
There is no Overwatch 2. So I know you guys aren't big Overwatch fans, and I've had the falling out with Overwatch over the years of tormenting that video game. But Overwatch 2, I think it was a few weeks ago now, the director kind of jumped ship again. So the original game director jumped ship. They got a new guy in, and he's also jumped ship. And that game's looking like it's in some development hell at the moment. I don't know what's going to happen with it.
Yeah, see, I played on release Overwatch, and I enjoyed it. I played it because one of my mates bought it on his PlayStation when it dropped. Because I think it had a couple exclusive things early launch. Maybe I could be wrong. And so I played it on his PlayStation, and it wasn't enough to convince me to buy it. So yeah,
I've always
never had
wanted
it.
to play it because I think at the time, Lucas, you, me, Luke, Josh, Zach, and Dane were all playing Siege. And
It was earlier than that.
It was? Oh no, because
Yeah.
we didn't start Siege from day one though. We came in a year or something later. And
Yeah, it's
then,
'cause
I found out about Overwatch and asked people would they be keen on that. And no one said yes, so I never played.
Yeah. Because Overwatch dropped in 2016.
Yeah, good game of the year too, actually.
Yeah.
Back when Blizzard wasn't all about sexual abuse and bunch of bullshit happening over there at the moment, so... we can't giggle this segue off. Where do you guys stand?
What's that with the 10-foot pole?
No, fair enough. Neither did the Blizzard employees. Where do you guys stand on Overwatch 2? I think it's doomed. I think it's not going to be released for a long time. I think Blizzard need to sort their shit out with a lot of other issues first too. Yeah, I'm not keen for it. I probably will play it, honestly. Not even keen though. Like, if it comes out, it comes out. It's whatever. So yeah.
Just going off what you said, it seems like it could potentially get cancelled. So.
I mean, there's
Look,
supposed to be.
it doesn't have my attention. It doesn't have my attention, but like if it comes out and people are like, "Yo, this is good," it's one of those games I definitely could give a go. Like, because I did enjoy the first one, the limited amount of time I played it, but I'm not sitting here going, "When is it coming out? When is it coming out?" I'm just gonna.
I think developers have to be like really careful with games like that and Siege how like they do a sequel, like if they do it. It's obviously like looter shooters are probably the worst ones to do sequels to, like Destiny. Like I put like 2 solid years into Destiny and then didn't even touch Destiny 2 because I didn't want to do that grinding. But sort of like squad games like that, like where you can like unlock skins and buy skins, and like a lot of people put like a lot of money into games like that, and like Apex is the same. I don't think the sequels will do that well normally, just because everyone puts in like so much time into the first one and like so much money into it. Or not everyone, but a lot of people put like so much money into games like that, and then it's just gone for the second one.
On the flip side of that, like going to Destiny 2, that's like the fan base for that is like some of the most like loyal fans.
Dedicated, hey.
If they've stuck to it, then like they've stuck to it. It's like I know you see it every now and again. We've got a mate on Xbox, Keith, that's literally been playing Destiny 2 since it launched. Like,
I was gonna mention
that's all he plays.
Yeah,
But
like
I understand.
every DLC as well, like you see a spike in people like your friends list like go back to it, so like people are still playing it. Bloody hats off to Bungie for doing it. Like I love Destiny. It's just I was at uni at the time. I put 2 years into Destiny 1, and like you guys had like fallen off from it as well.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't see myself like putting in that grind again.
Yeah.
And 2 years later, Apex came out, did the exact same with that.
Come on, you.
I'm moving. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say you're gonna chase those 69 wins anymore, Keith.
I gave that up what 2 seasons ago now, I think. Ever since I started working, actually, so in April, stopped. I just didn't have the time anymore, and I started going off Apex as well. To be honest, there were just so many problems with it that they just weren't fixing. And I actually mentioned like 6 months ago, like when I stopped playing, they really needed to do what Siege did and do like a Operation Health. So Siege used to bring out like an attack and defend, or like 2 new operators or characters like the season, but like Operation Health they didn't, and they just fixed like all the problems they had, and it was just so good for the game. And I was saying that Apex like really needed to do that because there was so many bugs and glitches and stuff like that that just ruined it for people, and like especially me, like playing it since like day one, and these problems that had been in it for like a year, if not more, and it just seemed like they didn't give a shit about it. They just wanted to pump out like new characters and guns and everything, like not fix like what was broken. And but recently I saw something saying that they're not going to do anything like that. So sort of lost faith a little bit in that.
It's definitely feeling more and more like an EA game rather than a Respawn game.
Yeah.
The further this goes into its life cycle.
Kind of feel sorry for them.
My favourite game for a very long time.
Yeah.
I definitely feel.
I'm kind of. Our flow is just off today.
Yeah, I know.
It's me, to be honest. No, it's me, to be honest. I feel like I'm trying to talk over everyone.
I don't know. I feel like I've gotten a fair few points in today, and I feel bad. So, the floor is yours.
Yeah, well, basically, I was saying, like, I'm at a stage where, like, I'm not keen to grind in games. Like, it's that whole grind process is just. I don't know. I'm in a game fatigue at the moment. I need something new and exciting at the moment, and like, everything's only holding my attention for like a week or so at the moment. Like, I had Splitgate, which I'm still playing like here and there, but it's just, you know, lack of content. I'm just like, I'll pump out like 5 games and then I'm done. And then we had like a fair bit of Minecraft session, which that's a lot of grind. But we beat the Ender Dragon, and it's kind of like I'll jump back in here and there. But I don't know what to do from now, and I just don't know what else to play at the moment.
I think that's
why I was saying that the Japanese game. What was it?
Tales of Arise. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I might jump into that and give that a shot because, like what you said, Lucas, that Splitgate got me like really hyped for Halo, but then like a week later, it really worried me for Halo because I'm already over it. It reminded me of Halo like so much, and I was like, "Fuck yes!" Like finally, I'm gonna get like a good game like at the end of the year. I think Halo's coming out in December as well.
Yeah.
And then like after a week of playing like Splitgate, like not much at all. Like I'll play like once or twice a week at the moment, like if I'm lucky. And I was really getting over it after like 4 sessions, and I was like, "Fuck! I really hope that Halo's not like this." And I'm really worried that it's gonna be like that. But at least Halo's got a campaign.
That's kind of why I've gotten into Tales of Arise too, is because I'm just over the grind of a multiplayer game or an MMO or something like that. I know I just bought Final Fantasy 14 and New World's coming out this week too. What are you, the fucking Final Fantasy police? Man, alright, well, I have to switch to my new JRPG. No, Tales of Arise. I've just been super into single player games recently anyway, so I just think I've wanted something with a good story and narrative, and just that really has been driving me so far. And I'm not saying it's got the best story, but it's awesome, and that's kind of what I've been looking for from games for a little while. So really excited to get back into those like single player adventures and have some really good like fond story memories as well. Because I'm a bit over the multiplayer of everything right now.
Yeah. I'm really keen, and I don't know like anyone else would be keen, but I'm gonna play the Ori games.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never played those, but I mean, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, is that the one?
Yeah. Yeah, there's two of both of them are like very highly regarded. What you call it? One of my mates who's also got a podcast. He's talked about it. So the first one's Ori and the Blind Forest, and basically like I listened to their podcast as I was doing a road trip one day, and like they basically sold me on both the games. And I'm just like I've had the first one downloaded on my PC for like a little while ago now, and I just haven't pulled the trigger to play it. And I think that might be the game I go to, because I can probably smash that out in a couple days or a week and that sort of thing. And I think it'll be before my like fatigue sets in, and then the new AOE drops pretty soon. So I want to sink some hours into that as well. So, you know, there's definitely games out there for me to play. I think it's very pessimistic for me to say that I've got game fatigue, because there is so much out there to do.
Have you played Hades? Hades might be another one to get you out of that fatigue mode.
Looked at it. It hasn't grabbed my attention yet. You know.
Download it, you'll be playing it for about 8 to 12 hours. You'll be done, and you'll have enjoyed those 8 to 12 hours, I reckon. It's one of those games that just really, really grabs you for that time, and then once you put it down, that's kind of it, which is a shame. I wish I could go back, but a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of just button mashing-y, but kind of knowing what you're doing, comboing, and just a lot of this like running around and like picking things up and figuring things out. It was just it's probably very similar to Ori games as well. So yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's on Game Pass, so I might be able to give it a go.
100% you should give it a go. I think Keith. I'm not 100% sure if it's your type of thing, but even if you stream it like or play it on your own, I think it'd be something that I think everyone should be playing Hades. It was that good.
Yeah, the amount of time that I get to actually play now, I've just been streaming like every time I have. Like,
Yeah.
like what it is or anything. I just need to get the hours. But that's just, I'll try and stream like Thursday night and then maybe a Saturday as well. And I didn't last Thursday because I had a meeting, and then Saturday I sort of made up for it with that night in the stream.
Gotta give the people what they want, Keith.
Yeah. Oh, I need to give myself what I want.
It'd be nice to do this as a full-time position. It's obviously the dream for me, and I know you boys are pretty on similar wavelength. Yep.
Yeah.
As well. So yeah, I mean,
I don't think I'd ever give up my full-time job, like even if this got big, just because it's so like unpredictable. Like,
yeah, that's fair
one
enough.
day, like you could wake up and like half like your followers are gone.
I think you definitely need
Let's
to.
get Keith on the cancel culture. Please God. But even like our reactions, just cut what you said and just.
Oh, I'm very tempted not to, honestly.
Just because you don't like editing. I want my nameplate in again.
You got your name in.
It's not even when it happened.
That was my favorite bit. You were like, where's the graphic? And it's like, the graphic's already come and gone. It's just basic white text. If you didn't see it in last week's podcast, it's basic white text for the first 6 seconds saying, Lucas. And that's all it was.
It's also, right now, there's text for Dabomb about to blow right here.
I'm like really tempted just to put the word text there. Alright.
Man.
Ladies found out that I stream at work today, and
Yeah.
I told them, and they're like, "Oh, my son will be into that. Like, what's your name?" And I was like, "You're not gonna remember it. I'll have to write it down." She's like, "No, what is it? What is it?" I told her, and then she's like, "How do you spell it?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I told you, you're not gonna remember it." Oh, I could kill my brother for making that name. I mean, I've had every chance to bloody change it, but it's just everyone knows
I think-
that now. So.
Yeah.
I think the bomb's good though, like as a shortener.
Yeah, well,
I
that's
know
the
you-
good thing about Splitgate is that it gives like the leader of the game a little like tag down the bottom, and that's all that would fit in it was like Dabomb.
Yeah.
I think I'm KiwiLucas.
Yeah. But I mean,
like-
for me to come up as like Dabomb, I'd have to be winning, which didn't
Yeah.
happen much.
What you call it? I've thought like multiple times about changing the whole KiwiLucas thing because like I know like the whole like cliche of every New Zealander's got like either New Zealand, Kiwi, or Māori in their
Yeah.
gamer tag, but I'm just like, oh look, I've had it for so long, I can't be bothered changing it.
I think everyone gets to the stage. There's like, you go through those 5 stages of loss or whatever it is. It's like grievance, acceptance, forgiveness, anger, and then whatever it is. I feel like I'm Brandozer kind of like hurts my ears still sometimes a lot, but other times I'm like, nah, it's pretty cool. I like it. So yeah.
I mean,
hating my game attack, but it's what it's been since like 2013. So
my original gamer tag, like original Xbox, is just Goop. GOOP.
Goop.
I think it's my it might be my like what's it called, Nintendo name as well. But yeah, and then sorry.
I don't even know what mine was like before this.
And then I know, like, when I first got like Xbox Live, my first gamer tag was like I just took the first suggested one by accident. Like I didn't mean to take it, and it was Tossed Warrior.
Lost Warrior.
Tossed Warrior. So
Good
if
luck.
Jason
It's like
ever
a
watches,
in there.
if
Who
Jason
doesn't
ever
know?
watches this podcast, he'll remember the Tossed Warrior game tag because we had some Halo sessions as the Tossed Warrior. So I might bring it back at one point, you know.
That's a good thing with like PC as well. Like you can change your names like whenever you want, whereas Xbox like you have to pay for it.
There are certain games. Yeah, thanks Steam. There are certain games that like it'll change or cost a change or you get one freebie or whatever it is. But yeah, I think there's a beauty in the ecosystem of one name for everything, and then there's a beauty in like you can have whatever name you want and call yourself Simp for Tifa.
Yeah.
You know in Splitgate it comes up as just like a bunch of asterisks instead.
Really?
Yeah, when
They
we played it was
banned Simp?
Yeah.
How dare they?
But even weirder, like they banned the whole thing. Like some of the gamer tags you'll see it just says like it just asterisks is like the word that's banned, but yours is the whole thing. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Is it pepper time? Is it chili time?
You wanted to talk about that Amazon MMO RPG first.
Oh, that's
or
right.
Time.
We got time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's the go with that? I haven't really paid any attention to it at all.
It looks, from what the limited stuff I've seen, I'm really keen for it actually. Although what it looks like a RuneScape game, but without the need to click on roofs or click on a tree or click on a mining spot for 30 hours at a time. So, I'll get the hiccups. So it really excites me as like this kind of new MMO that's a bit different. It's got cool. Looks like it's got some good PvP. I missed out on the beta as well because I was away up at the mines working. So bit of a shame what it was, but yeah, no, I'll probably definitely play it as soon as I get a new computer. Probably try and ride that hype wave when it comes out. But no, yeah, very keen.
It's giving me a very Elder Scrolls vibe, just looking through the like Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
Just looking through the images, like I to be honest, I googled New World and it comes up the shopping centres in New Zealand, so I had to put New World release date in there to get something.
Yeah.
The shopping centre like open.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't look like a game that I'd be immediately interested in. Like it could be one. I see there's a big bear. I like bears. I don't know.
Big bear, I like bears. What does that even mean?
I like bears. Don't you like bears?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Not like,
there you go.
I don't know, like a koala? You
Like
said a big
chlamydia.
bear. Not like a chlamydia.
Koalas have chlamydia. There you go. Those the viewers that we don't have from Australia.
That's not even the worst part. Drop bears have AIDS.
Oh, just for reference. Just for reference, Keith, we didn't actually get to mention this, I think, in the final episode, but we went through and thanked our viewers and went a little bit into the analytics last week, and I think we cut it in the end.
Well, we didn't cut it. We just didn't put it on the second podcast when we had to re-record it. So analytics we can go through is 38% of Australian audience members, and the rest from unknown locations. So, yeah.
So I think we said one of them's from Tunisia, just as a random. We're just going to claim someone from somewhere random rather than us actually knowing.
I mean, I feel like once we get more viewers, so if you like the podcast, subscribe, comment, do all those good things. Shameless plug.
Tell us where you're from.
Yeah, tell us where you're from, and Google will try and fit your analytics in, and then next time we do this, we can have better analytics. But like Lucas said as well, we did thank everyone for watching. I think this is episode 9 now, so we're almost at the double digits, and you've probably seen a few changes, but you've always seen mine and Lucas's face. So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Keith, I know this is a bit awkward. You were here for the first time. You were a listener though, so yeah, really appreciate it. Watching it as well. Yeah, just one of those cool things to see grow, and we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So yeah, no, thanks everyone.
Think of something special to do for our 10th episode, going to double digits is something special.
Are you thinking of doing the podcast without pants on as well?
I'm doing the podcast with no pants on right now.
Alright, it's not anything special for you, it's just another Monday.
I think I've worn pants in maybe 2 episodes.
One other thing, did we discuss last week that my year on Twitch is coming up?
Yes, you did mention.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
That's on Wednesday, so by the time you guys have this podcast up on YouTube, which is normally on Wednesday, a bit later this week because we have to re-record, I will probably be doing a 1-year anniversary special stream. So again, yeah, thanks everyone who's watched over the year. It's been amazing, incredible. I've really appreciated it, and collabing with the both of you and many more people. It's been awesome and really cool.
Spoilers for what you're going to do?
That would involve me knowing what I'm going to do. And I don't even know if I'm going to use this fucking potato next to me, or if I'm actually going to get...
Build would have been a good one to do.
Oh, no. That actually is a really good idea. I might actually cancel the pay the guy to do it for me and do it myself on stream. I don't want to cable manage.
I don't blame you. I built my PC and I think I'd pay someone to do it next time.
Dude,
especially if it's like water cooled. I just wouldn't want to fuck that up.
And AOI isn't too hard.
I just want to point one thing out. How can you stream if parts for your new PC are going to be in the old PC?
Well,
yeah, you're using the same graphics card, aren't you?
Yeah, I understand that.
So you cannot do it.
Well, I can. I wouldn't. The graphics card's honestly the easiest thing to install, right?
Yeah.
So I could build the machine, and then once the stream finishes, put the old graphics card in the new computer.
You
And
could
go from there.
also stream off your phone.
I could stream off my phone, or use my brother's laptop, or there's plenty of ways to do it. I'd figure it out. 1 year anniversary Twitch stream. Let's build a computer.
Let's get the idea out there. He's dressing like a pirate. I said he had to dress like a pirate.
Yeah. Because I started with
his first stream. Yeah.
Yeah, I started with Sea of Thieves. I don't even remember if I did though. That's the thing. I remember playing a lot of Sea of Thieves at the start. I don't remember starting.
It actually only been streaming for a year. I thought it'd been at least a year and a half already.
I'm shocked that it's been a year already. It's I only started streaming 6 months ago. It's no, it's been a year.
Because that means that I'm not far behind you. Because I thought that you'd been streaming at least 6 months before I did, but I think you might have only been a month.
Well, because I remember you were streaming very, very quickly after I started streaming.
Yeah.
And then we had that kind of streamer bubble where everyone was giving it a crack, which I kind of miss now actually, but it's good to know that those who have kept going too. I always like supporting my friends who wanted to take up streaming and content creating as well, so...
Yeah, the only
Yeah.
thing I regret about it is not starting earlier.
That's the biggest thing.
Years, and I just never did.
Well, I've always wanted to do content on other platforms too, and I'm still the worst YouTuber I know. But yeah, it's one of the things not a regret, but something I need to fix or improve is just getting my content on other platforms as well. So I think that's my biggest thing. That'll be the year 2 goal I'll have now for growing into a bigger streamer. So yeah, and I think the podcast has definitely helped.
Instagram. Put everything on Instagram. Just flood Instagram.
Could be an idea.
For context, Keith does not have Instagram at all, and he refuses to get it.
Got to that point that I just can't be bothered doing it.
Yeah. I honestly don't blame you. It's just another one of those apps that sucks time up a lot. And it's the same reason I haven't downloaded TikTok. Like, I'm just like, I know I could sit there and scroll through videos for far too long.
It's so
But
easy.
the reason I don't get TikTok is because I've seen some like compilations of like the funniest videos on TikTok, and I haven't laughed at it. Like, and you guys know how easy it is to make me laugh. Like, and I just watch these videos, and I'm like, I don't get that. Like, how is this person earning like millions of dollars?
I feel like that's your angle though. You're like, you should become the TikToker, and then that's your in. I feel like
just go and watch. Yeah, go watch all those like funniest TikTok things and just react to them and just be.
if you laugh, you lose, but you don't end up laughing. It's like a bit of satire, I guess.
Someone laugh, Lucas slaps me. I think he probably knocked me out. I mean, I'm sort of backpedaling to saying that I'd never laugh at him, but there'll be that one that just gets me eventually.
I always think I could do like those, like, if you laugh you lose challenges without laughing. Like, I feel like the most like text that I send with like a lol or a ha ha, I send with complete straight placed.
I'm so shocking, and I normally love to laugh anyway. But if there's someone that tells you can't laugh at this, and it might be the unfunniest thing in the world, I will piss myself laughing. As soon as like, I don't know, it could be something morbid too, like someone's pet died or something, like, don't laugh. I'm like, now you guaranteed me laughing. Yeah. It's just like, it's horrible. It's such a defense mechanism of just laughing at horrible things that happened, and I don't know. Telling me not to laugh is guaranteed to make me laugh.
Yeah. What gets me as well, like, I watch some of those like try not to laugh videos, but I watch people watching them, and it's not necessarily the videos that get me to laugh. It's the people that break down and like start like laughing their heads off at something that I don't even find funny. I just start laughing and thinking.
Completely unnatural reactions.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole like YouTube sort of like overreact to anything, you know.
It's almost the meta on YouTube at the moment. It's like all you see is streamers on YouTube, and they're like, oh, reacting to this and reacting to a trailer or reacting to what, like, and it's gone so far where some of the top streamers now are just like reacting to what a streamer said about them while they're reacting to what they said about that streamer. Like, it's just this, it's such like a self-sufficient way to create content, and it's like, but I don't like it either.
Do that?
Hey?
Didn't Blink-182 do a like? They did a react to people reacting to them.
Yeah. So there was
people react.
No, there might have been Linkin Park as well, but there was a kids react to. There's a kids react to Blink-182, and then Blink-182 did a react to kids reacting to Blink-182. That was a guilty pleasure to watch because I really liked watching Blink-182 react to things. Yeah.
But I think they went another level deep as well.
Yeah, they did the kids again.
Reacting to Blink-182, reacting to kids
Park,
react.
Yeah, Linkin Park definitely did that because remember they had I think it was like Teens or something, and they played Heavy, and like at the time, like it had only just been like released, and like half the people, actually probably like more than half the people, didn't realise it was like Linkin Park, and they're like, oh, what is this? And like everyone's think like what's his name, Chester Bennington.
one that passed away.
Yeah. He was like, sort of like not giving him stick, but like everyone's like, oh, this is shit, and he's like, oh, like, yeah, whatever. And then like one kid's like, oh, they're just doing like what they want, like what's popular at the time, and it's like, yeah, see, like he gets it, like music like moves on, like goes different areas, and then that kid saw his reaction to that, and he was just like so happy, and like so many people were like, oh fuck, like they've watched this. It was pretty good.
That's something that I've like taken away from the podcast is, and streaming and creating content in general is like, oh fuck, people watch this in like a really good way, but it's like you can't, just, not that I'm a dickhead offline, but you just can't like be a dickhead online either. Yeah. Hey, whoa.
We've definitely called out a random amount of people. You're still gonna fight Jake Paul, aren't you?
Oh yeah, Jake Paul, I'll fight you, you bitch.
I couldn't help but notice you've still got that chili in your hand, Lucas. When
you do.
I briefly saw the red when you got up.
I missed it.
Look, I thought we were getting close to that segment, and I had a segue prepared, and then you kind of ruined it. So,
I mean, Keith had a really natural segue. I'll be honest, and we've kind of just segued out of the segue. So without further ado, smash the chili. What are your thoughts on UFC 266 while you eat that chili? Keith, I know you didn't watch it. You're a casual fan of the fight game though, aren't you? Fighting sports and stuff.
Yeah, I used to do it. Not like actually fight, but I used to train and everything. Started off with karate as a kid, and then high school moved to mixed martial arts.
You're saying you were the karate kid.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you were the guy from Never Back Down.
He played NFL. Well, not NFL. He played gridiron.
No, the one from Never Back Down too.
Max, the master of the ground and pound.
Yeah, get him on UFC, I reckon.
Oh,
that was a banger of a main event though.
Oh man, I mean, we probably should talk about like the chili vet fight first.
I was wanting to let it ferment in your mouth before we dive right into that one.
Okay, main event. Damn, man. I've always been one that's kind of like Volkanovski's boring. Like I'm not a huge fan of him because I guess I like the last fights I watched him with the Holloway fights, and it came out with me liking Holloway more going out of them. You know, like I definitely thought Holloway won the second fight, and I could have gone either way the first fight. So, you know, and then he goes on and puts on that with Brian Ortega, which was just like, honestly, like one of the best fights I've ever watched. I was sitting there and I was watching it with like a mate of mine, and I was like a couple seconds ahead of him, or maybe nearly 10 seconds, I think. And round 3, when like Ortega like dropped him, but it was kind of like a slip, and then he dropped into a guillotine. I was like, oh shit, it might be over here. And then he, old mate Volkanovski got out of it. And I think there was one shot I saw, and they zoomed in on his face, and he looked out.
His head was purple. Like, it looked like a fucking... a dick. That's how purple it was.
Might be something wrong with you. You might need to go back to the doctor and get your dick checked rather than your blood.
Oh, purple dick up here. Holy shit.
Never heard of the fucking purple-headed yogurt slinger, mate? It's not that purple.
At least it'd be big and thick though.
I am inevitable.
Yeah, there was definitely a part where I was like, damn, he is out cold, and then he kind of did like an Undertaker moment from WWE.
Yeah,
he
he
was
just
kind of
shits
like,
up.
and he just popped out of it. I was like, yo.
There was that.
Honestly,
Then there was the.
I don't even know like who won like any of those fights yet. I haven't been on Facebook or anything today.
So Volkanovski won the fight, and I think he won very, very convincingly. Apart from those two moments, that and the triangle as well, right? I think in the same round.
Yeah, I was in the same round.
And it was wild. I thought Volkanovski won. I was screaming at the TV because I was like, no, how could he lose like this? And just wow, can't believe how he got out of those. It was something else.
I think like as a whole, if you took round 3 out of that fight, it wouldn't be anywhere as exciting. But still, it was so good.
It was a really good technical fight too. Like even Brian Ortega did a really good back and forth with his combos, and I don't know, I was a fan.
As I said to you the other day, that man's not allowed to win UFC gold while he's dating Tracy Cook. He can't have both prizes around his waist. Come on. Cheers. Oh.
Fair enough.
Like life goals, man. Cheers.
Now the other big fight of the weekend was Diaz's return and Robbie Lawler, and that was just a slugfest. That was.
Yeah. It was so like Diaz coming out and throwing like a flying
spinning back kick. Yeah.
Yeah, I said it from the start with like the guy I was watching. I'm like, oh man, Diaz has lost this. I was like, I'm eating a chili. As soon as he did that, I was like, he is gonna gas out first round if he does not knock him out. And then like, sure enough, he was I think I said it to you guys earlier. He was throwing punches slower than a Guido in a nightclub floor. Like, God, man.
There were some good hard punches in there, but Lawler's he's one of the toughest fighters, I reckon. Like, he's not going to go down, and especially in unconditioned Diaz. Like, yeah.
I mean, you know who's tougher than Lawler? Ben Askren. You know Ben Askren beat Lawler, okay? Yeah. I've recently watched that fight again. I was like, wow, like there's a slam in there that Lawler does on Ben Askren that just looks so like
just punishing. And I thought that's when it was all over. I'm still shocked that Lawler lost that one.
Other UFC, what you call it, news, I guess, from around the week. What you call it, George St. Pierre and John Jones, and initiated into the Hall of Fame, and then within 12 hours, John Jones gets arrested for
domestic violence.
Domestic battery.
Yeah.
Domestic battery. So in his induction speech, he's like, "Oh, when I'm at heavyweight, I'm gonna have to do some more controversially legal shit." He straight away goes and does something illegal. Like, far out, man. He is the hardest guy to support.
Yeah, great fighter, but I just don't like him.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I liked Conor like in his prime, and then the whole Khabib thing kicked off, and I just didn't like him anymore. Like bringing stuff into it that just shouldn't be.
He got his ass handed to him though.
Yeah.
Which I enjoyed watching that thoroughly.
I also didn't like the brawl at the end of it. Like it was like blood pumping as it was, like kind of getting punched in the back of the head by one of Khabib's guys. Like after he'd just been like choked out, well, not choked out, it was a neck crank really.
Yeah.
Like that's just fucking stupid.
Have you watched the interviews with Khabib talking about why he did it? Oh, that's it's yeah.
Dennis was mouthing off and throwing like
so it's actually really cool. It's actually like he talks about it. He's like he pretty much takes full fault for it. He's like
Well, I mean, no one else.
When-
Like, no one.
but like, but
Oh,
you'd
man,
expect
you
him.
picked me up and carried me out of the cage.
No, but you know, like if it was on the flip side, McGregor would make an excuse of why he did it, whereas he kind of didn't make an excuse. He's like, you know, there was so much coming into the fight, and then like all this talk, and then what you call it? He gets him in this next crank, and he taps out. He's like, he wasn't satisfied. It's like you've talked up all this shit about how you want to go to the war, and then you tap out. And it's like, go to sleep, like just go out on your sword like that. He was like so disappointed with how Connor just gave up, and I was like, shit. And then he's like,
Connor, like he gets hit once.
Yeah.
Like you can see it, like in like all the fights he's lost, he gets hit once and he just gives up.
yeah. And then yeah, he said like he needed more, and then like he jumped the fence, and like the first like group of guys were like Connor's team, and he was just like
Dylan Dennis
this
and
guy's
shit.
talking, yeah. And Dylan Dennis just got arrested as well.
Oh,
last
really?
week. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Apparently, like he tried to call out Jake Paul like the night before too, and then got arrested the next day.
You know who Jake Paul's ducking? Anderson Silva.
You. Oh.
Oh, and me. Damn it, that was really good. You know who Jake Paul's ducking?
That video, I'd say it again, Lucas.
Nah, I'll be honest. I'd rather watch Jake Paul lose to Anderson Silva than to make Jake Paul lose to me, because I feel like it's more satisfying as a fan. He doesn't want to fight him. He'd rather fight Masvidal, which he knows isn't going to happen. He'd rather fight Tyron Woodley again. He's not going to fight Silva. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to fight Silva either. But
It's like he's somewhat confirmed the fight with Tommy Fury.
yeah,
I
right.
don't know. Like, I think he was giving him like 48 hours or something to like say yes or no, because I don't know. I can't follow it enough.
Nah.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Woodley was on the Ariel Helwani show, or however you say. I don't know how to say his last name.
Hawani, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. He was on that show last week, and I'm pretty sure Woodley was getting the tattoo on the weekends. So
Save yourself, Woodley. It's not worth the rematch. So the loser of his fight, him and Jake Paul, that fight, had to get a tattoo saying "I love" their opponent. And because he lost, he had to get "I love Jake Paul" tattooed on his leg, I think.
it was never specified where he had to get it, just the size.
Yeah.
So I think he said he was going to get it.
I think my favourite part about that whole fight is the lead up to it. The last interview, he hits Jake Paul with the D's nuts, and you got to appreciate a 39-year-old retired MMA fighter giving the D's nuts in an interview. I think that was my favourite thing I've ever seen.
I haven't seen him post on his Instagram.
Fighting like current fighters.
Nah.
Like he's fighting like retired guys, and even then, like Ben Askren, like great wrestler, not a great striker. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying like I can fucking take him or anything. Like God no. But,
Oh, come on. Anyone could at this point.
yeah. But like, you know what I mean? Like he's calling out like all these like names, but they're not the names that I want him to be calling out.
Not Anderson Silva at all.
Yeah, well, I want him to fight someone that can actually fight in his current, like, not out of shape and all that.
Oh, come on. That's not how boxing works. It's not even just Jake Paul that's doing it. I think it's coming from a lot further up.
Yeah.
I think it's happened in boxing for a while now.
There's a few guys that are out there just trying to fight the best, and there's like Canelo Alvarez, who he's fighting the American guy Font, I think his last name is.
Oh, yeah. I saw that kerfuffle at the weigh-ins or something.
Yeah. What you call it? Anthony Joshua lost on the weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't watch it because I was too busy focused on the UFC. But
I did not realize it was on this weekend. Like, it was literally one of those fights where Anthony Joshua was meant to win. Like, so they just didn't hype it up or anything.
Could be fight.
Karrion Cross.
Alexander Usyk, I don't know. It's USYK. So Alexander. But yeah, if anyone knows like NXT WWE, he looks like a budget version of Karrion Cross. So.
And he,
But yeah.
I guess Anthony Joshua didn't hit the most devastating move in professional wrestling, the roll-up pin. It's just like you sneak up behind someone and like kind of grab them in a way, and they hit the 1, 2, 3, and it's just been used to death at the moment in WWE, and yeah, Karrion Cross lost a match because of it.
Yeah, so Joshua is set to exercise his rematch clause in place of the contract to face the Ukrainian. They're hoping for it to be in England because I don't think the last fight was in England.
Just feed him to my boy Tyson Fury, I reckon. That's all I want to see.
Oh, Tyson Fury's going to get past Woodley. He's got
Woodley? You mean Deontay?
Wilder, yeah, Wilder. Wilder 3.
I mean, he got past him 1.5 times already.
And Wilder's going to wear a suit to the ring again.
Really?
Yeah.
That was one of his 76 excuses from last time they fought.
Was that like, what suit was it again?
Power armor.
Yeah, he looks like a Power Rangers villain.
Yeah, he got there and like lost, and then like after the fight, he blamed it on that. Like he was tired.
Oh, dude, he had every excuse under the sun. He was like, that tired me out. My legs tired me out because I didn't condition properly. He's just like all this.
Wear it then. Like, it wouldn't be the first time he'd worn it.
I mean, Jake Paul's.
It was the biggest one he's ever worn.
I will admit, Jake Paul's a lot smarter. He just gets a fucking guy in a robot suit to walk down the ring with him.
He also had a TV on his pants.
Yeah, the old Trish Stratus belt where it's got a name running across in the LED lights.
But yeah, though, Wilder's like, I think the most recent thing he's saying, and he's like sticking to it, is that apparently his water was drugged or whatever.
Stick to whatever you want. Yeah, why would you admit that?
They would have had to have had like drug tests to like, yeah. But he's saying it's a whole conspiracy. They have to have a pre and post fight drug test.
Actually, yeah. Otherwise, after the weigh-in, he's going to do fucking meth or
Yeah. Ask John Jones.
Go do meth.
ask Anderson Silver and his dick pills.
Alright guys, it's been a really, really good podcast this week. Keith, I'm going to throw you in the deep end, mate. You're going to do the hard close.
Wait, one thing before.
Go on.
We'll set up one more chili bet.
Another chili bet.
Yeah. I get to choose it because I lost the last one. But Rabbitohs vs Panthers this weekend. NRL Grand Final. I'm taking Rabbitohs.
Oh, I too was going to take Rabbitohs.
I get them first.
Alright. Oh, I don't want to go for the Panthers. They're so cocky.
There you go.
I mean, started the season they were doing bloody well. They're undefeated for what, like
12 weeks, I think. Yeah, something like that. I mean,
my only reason for going for the Rabbitohs is because of Jai, and it's like I know Jai. I know you're closer with Jai than I was, but
oh look, not by much.
Titans next year.
No, he moved from the Titans down to South.
Oh, I thought he was coming back.
Maybe it was just a 1-year deal. But no, I'd hope he gets a premiership. That'd look good on his illustrious NRL career. I always thought he'd be like the one guy from Burleigh Bears that made it too. So yeah, I don't know. So now I guess I'm gonna go for the Panthers. Fuck. I don't like them. They're so cocky, and I don't actually think they'll win. But I will honour your chili bet. I feel like this might be a weekly thing now. Yeah.
Imagine getting hotter and hotter through the week.
Oh, dude. One day it's gonna be like,
I thought it did well.
yeah.
I was gonna ask like how you went, like when you mentioned.
I was struggling for a bit there. I just played it off.
I did see you smash some. I don't know what it was in that jug, but I saw the jug.
Well, that was just because like I had it there, and I hadn't drunk it because like I knew the chili was coming, and like it had gotten to the point where I was like I need to drink it, otherwise it's gonna be at that consistency where it's like too warm.
Yeah, fair call.
Yeah, it wasn't to stifle the chili. Yeah.
All right, Keith. Now we'll throw you in the deep end. But yeah, thanks for jumping on this week. I'm sure we'll see you again, and if you guys go down the description, we'll share with you where Keith is and his socials and everything. But yeah, the floor's yours.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate you guys having me on. It's been a lot of fun, and yeah, like you said, hopefully I'll be back on. I think we were talking about like a anime ranking earlier before we started recording, so it might be a bit of a fun one. I am a anime. I don't want to say nerd, but yeah.
I thought you were going to say enthusiast, and that just like that hurts a little bit because that's such a weird thing to say. You can be an anime whatever you want now. I think the correct term is a weeb.
Yeah, I'm not that bad.